We're going to use the rice method to figure out how much resin we need on this project. So you're going to fill your molds and then empty that quantity into a container you can measure it, or the measurement will be multiplied times 1.4. That should give you a pretty close accurate measure on the amount of resin that you need. When we're mixing our epoxy resin, you're going to get air into it by stirring it. So you want to get those air bubbles out of it before you start pouring it into your molds. This is a 1-to-1 mix. It's art cast from designer epoxy. It's good, clear, great material to use. But we've got to get those air bubbles, so as soon as we're done mixing here, we're going to put it in the vacuum chamber before we pour the mold and get as much of that air out of there as we can, so that we don't have it mixing up in those ornament globe molds. We're going to get that art cast down into the vacuum chamber. Let it blow 28-29-inch vacuum for a while. Get all the air out of that epoxy, and then we can begin to pour. We're going to drill out all 5 of these ornaments with a 1/2-inch drill, so we can get a 1/2-inch dowel in there. It serves the purpose of holding it in the chuck while you're turning it. It also is where the light that you put into them goes into the bottom, so it gives it a hole there where you're already got it made and lined up. We're going to be hollowing out each one of the ornaments so that we can get the weight down, so that they don't overweigh the branch on the tree and cause it to sag. So we're just going to get in there with a small hollowing tool and get that scraped down to about a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch wall thickness, and that'll let the light really reflect well. Once we get it finished, it'll really show the light very clearly. The ornaments are mounted on a 1/2 inch dowel, which is what's in the chuck holding them for the turning process. We're using really, really light scraping action in there because you don't want to get too much torque on the side and snap it off that dowel. But with a good sharp carbide blade, that light scraping action will remove that interior pretty rapidly. But you just got to be careful, treat it nice, go slow, light, easy cuts. Please hit that subscribe button. It's one of the ways that allows me to grow my channel. Thank you for your support. Some real-time footage right here just to show you how slow the process is, and those light scraping actions in there to get that down so that you don't rip it off the supporting dowel that's allowing it to spin. Here we're putting on some Pro Series epoxy on it just to give the outer sides of the ornaments good solid protection, and it helps keep the cricket letters intact so they don't peel off. We're going to start working on the top pieces for the top of the ornaments. This is some cedar, and we just got to carve out a little post to go down into that top hole, and then get a curvature so that they sit down on top of that round globe, and then kind of give the top that you would see some shape and a figure, and that way you have a place as well to put your eyelet in so you can hang it. using some 2-hour set epoxy there to glue that top knot onto the top of the ornament, so it'll hold. It's a 2-hour dry time, so get it in there, get it pressed between centers, and go get some lunch. Some hand sanding here on the top pieces. Go from 60 grit all the way up to 800, and then finally get a piece of steel wool in there to give it the final polish up, and then be all ready to get that Waterlux for a finish coat on it. Drilling out that dowel on the bottom, which is where the light is going to go in and be epoxied in place so that you have your light secured. I'm going to use that drill bit again to hold that ornament in place so that it won't fall as I cut it off. Just got it cut down with a parting tool so far, and then finish it off with that little hand saw and get it ready to do finish. Waterlux gloss finish on the top pieces of all the ornaments that are there. This stuff is best that I've ever found. It usually coats in 2, maybe sometimes you got to go 3, especially on this cedar, but it leaves a beautiful finish, and it's durable as all get out. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, get that notification bell, and then that helps me grow the channel. I thank you again so much for watching.